Hi, I'm Drew Miller. I'm the principal at Mountain View Elementary School in Rockingham County, Virginia. This year, I made my primary goal to focus on creating more of a data-driven culture in our school. And I have a couple of teachers with me who can talk a little bit about how data has impacted their instruction and decision making. But really, I didn't want just my goal to benefit our school. I wanted it to be replicable, scalable, and sustainable for other schools to be able to use. With me today, I have Miss Wood, fifth grade teacher, and Miss Pequeno, kindergarten teacher. Could you guys just talk a little bit about how this year specifically data has impacted?
Yeah, so I teach in an SOL grade level, so what we're really looking at is how we can maximize getting our students to pass the SOL. So this year we've been giving beginning of the year and mid-year benchmark assessments that our school created to entail all of the standards that we're expected to teach in fifth grade. We give them at the beginning of the year to see what the kids come in with. That helps us to recognize what skills they're already able mastered, so we don't spend as much time on those. And we move forward with the ones that we see that the students are struggling with as the mid-year assessment comes out, and we retrieve data from that. We use the progress that they've made from the beginning of the year to the middle of the year to help determine our instruction, but also to guide individual students towards success. So we're really student-centered in breaking down what each student is missing, looking at the questions and determining whether or not it's an issue with the question, whether the student is EL, what demographic they fit into, to really guide our instruction to help make sure that each student is receiving what they need to be successful.
So we're on the opposite end of that, but we do a lot of similar things. So I'm a kindergarten teacher, so we use the Virginia Vowels assessment at the beginning of the year, and then throughout the year we use quick checks to just track student performance. But something we've done different this year that's just been really following the data is our whole group is now a flexible group across our grade level. So that has really helped us to key in on what students need. They're still everyone's getting exposed to the exact same materials, but we're really tailoring it to students that are ready to move on are moving on. Students that need more explicit instruction in certain skills are getting that, and it's across the grade level, which makes it really nice because we can flexibly move students as they're meeting goals that they have been set for them. Then they can move to a different classroom for different instruction. So it's really been fluid this year.
I agree with the flexibility and the fluid movement because we do that in fifth grade as well. As curriculum changes, as content changes, as even subjects change, we notice that a lot of our kids can fit in better grouping, and when they have groups that meet their needs with teachers that are able to really focus in on what they need, it causes for so much more progress overall.
What are one or two things you would want principals to know that are kind of keys to really trying to create more of a data-driven culture at their school?
I think that being collaborative is the most helpful. When you work on a team that can put egos to the side and just know that we're all working towards student progress and making sure that we're not like honing in on a teacher, like this teacher has the best scores, what are you doing? Because each classroom is different. We've got different populations in every classroom. There's accommodations that are given for students in classrooms, and I think it's important to really look at the data and then to backwards design from the data. So like based on what we're seeing here, what can we do to improve success? Really looking at the questions that are being asked, because sometimes our students are missing questions that we know we've hit the content on. It just might be like, oh, they missed this because of a language barrier, or they don't know what this topic, or like a name could have tripped them up. Like there could be a lot of important information in going back and actually matching the questions that are being missed to the actual question on the test.
And so going right along with that, so something we've really looked at this year is not only the data that we're getting, but we're keeping so much information while we're collecting that data so that we can really say, like, is this a speech problem? So we're working collaboratively with a speech teacher to address that, or is it an EL concern that we can hit an EL class? So we're really looking broader scheme and trying to hone in on those skills and really just take note as we're talking in the conversations with our grade level teams.
Great, thanks you guys. Once again, Drew Miller. I'm interested in helping any kind of more rural school with comparable resources to our school division has. We don't have a data support team. We don't have intervention specialists. There are a lot of things we don't have, but what we do have is great teachers and a great school that is interested in every student getting a year's worth of growth. So, thanks.